Okay, got that. All right, so as I was saying, we'll talk about market structure. Can you guys hear me clearly? Just let me know if you can hear me clearly.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so we'll talk about market structure, because one of the things that you need to understand for you to be profitable in the forex market is market structure, so that you won't back the market. So if market is going in the buy direction and you don't understand market structure, you might actually be looking at sell in the sell direction, and that means you are actually backing the market. And there are several ways that people do market structure, okay? And that's one of the reasons why I won't actually recommend any video to you guys to go and watch on YouTube for market structure, because they can actually confuse you the way different people draw market structure. Of course, they will all be drawing higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. They'll do this, but when they get to the charts to explain, you can see how they, squeeze the market. Some people, just market several ways in different ways that you might actually get confused. Okay, so that's the reason why whatever I explain here, please make sure you go back to watch the video. I don't know if you watched the last video that Sonia did. I mean the last class. Do you guys do that? Do you guys watch the video?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm going to watch it once.
You've watched it once, or you are yet to watch it at all?
Once.
Okay. So please make sure you watch the video of the lecture, because if you don't do that, you might not be able to get the whole thing in just one class. Okay. All right. So she has talked about the higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and she talked about the last low here must not be broken. Or let me even use this: the last low here must not be broken. If the last low is broken, that means we have a break of structure. So which means market is telling us that price wants to start selling. Okay. So if this low is taken out, that means we want to start selling. And if we later now see the second one that confirms that direction, that means we are actually selling truly. Okay. So that is just the basic knowledge of it. If we are using what do you call it now? We are using parts to draw it. I'm just drawing it with diagram. But when you get to the charts, that might be a little bit confusing. So that's the reason why you need to go to details to actually understand what you are doing. So one of the things that we did in our training is to make sure that we simplify structure in a way that when you get to the market, you will know how to draw it. Okay. And the simplicity of it is to give you guidelines, to give you like a rules to follow in order for you to mark structure. If you follow the rules, you will know exactly what the market is saying, the direction the market is going. And Tonya has mentioned that our price is in fractals. Okay. If you are on 4-hour time frame and price is doing something like this on 4-hour time frame. Now, if you go to lower time frame, like let's say 15 minutes or 5 minutes time frame, this retracement here, this retracement that came down here, if you go to lower time frame, you see that you will see structure inside it. I know she has mentioned this thing, but I'm just trying to mention it again so that you can just understand the whole thing, because you need to understand structure very well. So on lower time frame, you have price doing lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, until price gets to where price wants to start buying. Then it will do, okay, let me change this to, let's say, red color. Right, let's use red, sharp red. Okay. Of course, so then if you want to start buying, then you see a break of structure on that same time frame, that 15 minutes. If this is 15 minutes, that means it will happen on 15 minutes. Then you see again, the price will now begin to create lower, higher low, higher high, higher low here, higher high, higher low, higher high. So, but if you look at all these things, this whole thing I draw here, if you look at it on If you go back to 4 hours to go and check it, all these higher low, higher that I drew on lower time frame, either 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever lower time frame you go to, you will see that if you go to lower higher time frame like 4 hours, they will just become straight. You won't see all these structures there. So that is what we mean by price is fractal. It is fractal. Okay. All this will just become just one move on higher time frame on 4 hours. But on lower time frame, if you go to lower time frame, you'll be seeing structures inside it. So I think we understand that aspect, right? That is not confusing, right? Just talk so like I
Yeah,
know
it's
you're
good.
following.
Yeah, that's
It's
fine.
good.
Yeah, good. Okay. Now, sometimes market can be going in a very straight way, creating lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. That's everybody will see it clearly. And sometimes market can just be breaking structure, break it up, break it down, break it up, down. You won't even know the direction. You won't even know. You'll be confused as to what structure is it even giving. Okay. And sometimes it's not even consolidation. It's actually giving a direction, but you just need to know how to switch. You need to know how to switch. You don't need to um disturb yourself about, okay, where is the structure? You need to know when price switch, just switch. Don't even think about it. And for you to know how to switch, that is where the rules I'm going to be giving you right now, that is where the rules comes in. The rules will allow you to know when to switch. So from buy to sell or from sell to buy. Okay, just follow the rules as I'm going to give you. Now, market moves in impulsive, corrective, impulsive. This one here is correcting the impulsive here. This one is a corrective move. This is an impulsive move. Then after impulsive, there will be what? There will be a corrective, okay? Corrective. There will be an impulsive again. That's how market move. Now, this retracement here, we call it retracement and you can call it corrective, like I said. This retracement here, you need the rules I'm going to give you here now is that retracement should be a minimum of 2 candles for you to know that it is actually a retracement. Okay. So then this can be also 2 candle. I'll mark this as a green. Let's leave this as green candle. Let's change this to green. Right, okay, sorry. Green candle, okay. So then this will be a red candle. Okay, so this is a green candle because it's going up. Okay, then you have another green candle here. So then we now have a break of structure here, right? For price to form higher high. Now, one thing that you should note here is that I said you need a minimum of 2 consecutive candles to know that price is giving you a retracement. The same weight is here, that same weight will be here also. Minimum of 2. This one can be 1 candle. I'm going to go and take out this place. Sometimes it's happened sometimes. That's just 1 candle, just go and, but the retracement here must be minimum of 2 candles. Okay, then for you to know that that particular time frame owns the structure. So you can be on 15 minutes and be saying 4-hour structure. But for you to know exactly the 15-minute structure itself, you need to follow these rules of minimum of 2 candle retracement as from here. Price took it out. Okay, that means this is the structure on this because price is fractal, like I said the other time. That means this 15 minutes, this is the structure of 15 minutes. The big one is now is higher time frame on it. It's not that 15 minutes again. What do I mean by that? Let's go to the chart. I can show you an example of all this. Now let's go to 15 minutes. Now, on 15-minute time frame, okay, I said that for you to know the structure, you need to use the rules that says minimum of 2 candle retracements. Price is selling. Let me actually cut out this zone here. Okay. Now, price is selling. Price is selling. Now, if you look at this whole thing, that's the reason why I said if you go and watch some video on YouTube, they might confuse you about structure. Now, someone will just come on YouTube and then says, okay, look at the person will be on 15 minutes like this, the view I am right now, and then start doing something like this. And start doing something like this for you. High, low, this is the structure of the market, this is structure of the market, this is structure of the market, right? Now, the person is correct, okay? But the main thing that the person forgets is that he is doing the structure in 15 minutes. And the person will now be saying, okay, this is 15-minute structure, but this whole thing is not a 15-minute structure. This is a higher time frame structure. Okay, this is more than 15-minute structure. If you go to 4 hours or 1 hour, the same thing that I do here will be showing there. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. Right? Can you see that that same thing still shows there? Lower low, sorry, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. It is still showing there. So why should you call that a 15-minute structure when even the higher time frame is still showing the same thing? If you go to 2 hours, you still be seeing the same thing there. Okay, it is still showing us the same thing. So for you to know which time frame owns the structure you are looking at, you need to use the rules of minimum of 2 candle retracement. So now if you look at this now, this is showing us more than 2 candle retracement. Of course, you can have more than 2 candle retracement, okay? But you need to know if that particular time frame owns the structure. So if we go to 4 hours right now, 4 hours is still showing that same structure. So which means the structure I want to do on 15 minutes is still a 4-hour structure. It is not 15-minute structure. If I go to daily right now, can you see that daily is no more showing us that structure? Daily is just showing us what? One candle. One candle. So which means we can know that from there that the last structure that shows us minimum of 2 candle retracements is 4 hours. So which means the structure I drew from 15 minutes, it is actually a 4-hour structure. It is not a daily structure because on daily, we only have it to be one candle that came down, one candle. All those situations that you saw, they are just one candle. They are what we call order block, but we'll get there on this time frame. But on 4 hour, they are showing us the rules that we give to it. That okay, if we want to have a structure on a particular time frame, the rules that guide it is that retracement should show us minimum of 2 retracement candles. Can you see we have this, all these green candles, all these are sorry, all these black candles simply means red. It means price is coming down, right? So minimum of 2 candle here, consecutive 2 candle. This one can be at the middle. That doesn't mean, but as long as you've seen those minimum of 2 candles that follow each other, same color candle that follow each other, we know we already have structure in that direction. Okay, you already have structure. Immediately the high is taken out, we know we have structure. Now look at what I just explained the other time. Thank God it's even here. Can you see that there's a structure here on 4 hour because we have that criteria met, 2 candle. Can you see that this time around it is just one candle that went up to take out the high to form another high for us? So on the other hand, we don't have structure here because it's just one candle. So price went up, then give us that same criteria, 2 candles, 2 consecutive candles retracement that now give us a structure on that particular time frame. So for you to know that price actually respects this kind of thing, price came down and price did not bypass this low. Price did not bypass that low. So that low sustains the market. Okay. So which means if I should remove this from this time frame now and draw it very well the way I should draw it on H4, right? I'm on H4, I'm on 4-hour time frame. That means I'll be drawing something like this. Are you guys with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to that same 15 minutes that we started from. So can you see that 15 minutes, all those retracements they are saying that they have more than 2 candle retracements, which means you can actually draw structure down here as a downward trend on 15 minutes itself. So which means if you do that, you have you can just say have all this as just one. So let's start from where price starts giving us a good of structure. Price started moving from, okay, let's do something like this. High, low, high, low, high, break of structure, right? Went up. Now, all these are just inner structure of this low here. This is the low that is sustaining the market. So until price takes out this low, a new structure has not formed. So price takes out this low, right? Went up again.
Sorry,
Takes out.
question for you. When you're doing this, you're looking at the same color candles, right?
Exactly.
It has to be black and black or red and red.
So what do you mean by black and black? Are we talking about the retracements?
Yeah, in terms of the retracements and also in terms of break of structure.
What you need to know first is when price takes out this low, let me just use this as an example what you're asking. We have this both here. All right. Let me change this to black color. Oh, let's use this one as black. And this one as well. Okay. Now, the retracement is what I'm saying that they have to be minimum of 2 consecutive, 2 same colored candles. Impulsive can be anything. Impulsive can be a combination of the 2 candles. But the retracement, what validates the retracement for you to know you are having a structure is that you need to see those 2 colored candles. So now when price is coming out to form an impulsive, you don't care however you want to do it. There is no how. Since it is impulsive, there's no how it's going to do 2 colored candle. There's no how it's going to do because it is more, the leg is more how should I put it now? It is longer than the retracement leg. The impulsive leg is always longer. So there's no how you won't see 2 colored candles there. So what you just need to know is the low that sustains, the low. When price is coming back to give you that retracement, that low is what price needs to come and take out. Okay, for you to have a break of structure. So immediately price took out that low, this low here. We know we already have a structure to the downward. Then you can see that the retracement here is more than 2 colored candle. So which means it is a valid structure. Now, if you look at what we have here, can you see we have 2 colored candle that retrace back up here? And then price came down, went up again, took it out as though you already have a break of structure. That is where understanding structure comes in. Of course, in this particular time frame, you already have a break of structure here. In this 15-minute time frame. So which means if I'm going to draw that structure, let me redraw it so that you won't get confused. The way it should be drawn, exactly the way it should be drawn, is that since we have given it the rules of 2 colored retracement candle, we have this low, we have this high, we have this 2 candle that retrace back down, we have this one that went up. Okay, we have all this as a break of structure because this low was not sustained, it was taken out. Price went up. Now this is the last low that needs to be taken out. The last low was taken out from here. Price take it out here. Immediately price took that low out. Let me zoom in. And you can, if you are using your phone, you can also zoom in very well with your phone. You can use your hand to zoom in your phone so that you can see what I'm showing here. Okay, price took out this low, gave us those two candle retracements, consecutive two candle retracements, gave us another low. Okay, then broke structure as though you want to start buying. So, but remember what we told you, that for you to actually confirm that price wants to really change direction, you need to break or structure to that direction. Do you still remember that? I wanted you guys to follow and answer me, please.
Yeah.
Exactly. So price give us a break of structure here for us to think, okay, price wants to start buying, but price did not buy. It continued to sell to create a new low, a new lower low, right? So since price created a new low, that means this is the last high that created this low. Let me just stop this here. Now look at what we have here. We have this low, this high, this low, this high, this low. Price broke structure, but the structure was not sustained by creating a new one. Use this high to take out this low. So which means for us to see a break of structure, price needs to take out that high. If not, price should continue selling. I hope you guys are listening and you're getting this with the rules of two candle retracements. Are you?
I'm listening.
Okay. Now, what I'm just explaining here is the fractal of the market. That market is giving us what do you call it now? As though it's giving us a sell direction or a sell trend. But that sell trend is only happening as on 15-minute time frame. Now, the old trend that happened on 15-minute time frame is just a move on 4 hours. It's not a structure on 4 hours. Until this high is taken out, we have a new structure. Until that high is taken out. Because that is when we now have our two candle retracement for this particular time frame. So on 15 minutes, structure is very clear, very, very clear. And draw your structure very well. So when you are drawing a structure on a particular time frame, follow that rule so that you will know that, okay, this is the time frame that I'm using to draw the structure. There are different kinds of traders. We have the swing traders. We have those people that actually call them now. We have the intraday traders. We have the what they call it now. Scalp trader. We call them scalpers. Now those people can be on 15 minutes time frame, and they will just be trading, just be selling because that is the lower time frame they're using as their own structure. Okay, they can be on this time frame and say we are selling. The market, the trend of the market is sell. Meanwhile, if you check, if you go to H4, you will tell them that no, the old structure there is not a sell structure. It is just a retracement on 4 hours. Market is actually buying on 4-hour time frame. So someone can be telling you that we are on sell trend on a particular time frame, but the higher time frame is telling us that sell trend is just a retracement on higher time frame. It's just what a retracement, which you can also call a pullback. There are 3 names you can call it. Let me write that out for you. You can call it a pullback. You can call it a retracement. You can call it corrective. So all these 3 are still the same thing for this. Pullback, it is pulling back to continue buying because the trend direction is buy. Okay, it is just pulling back. But that pullback that you are seeing is a structure, a good structure on a lower time frame because price is fractal. I'm just taking my time to explain this thing very well because we can get it on this. You will get any time frame. If you're on any time frame, you will know the structure of that time frame. So now, why are you posting recording and starting? Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Because you were breaking up.
Oh, is that the way it is for everybody?
I could hear him.
No, I could hear.
Maybe probably Tony has a network. Okay. Is there any question before I explain further? Is there any question?
I think this lecture would have to be watched again.
Exactly. It has to. And
Yeah,
you need
same.
to not just watch again, it has to be practiced.
We can't really move on until you get market structure, because that is the foundation of everything.
So, yeah, it's okay. We can explain all the market order today as well. Doesn't matter, but it's just that we'll always talk about structure, no matter what. We'll continue talking about structure. So, and the assignment is going to show if you understand it or not. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Mm-hmm.
So I think my system network went off. So come back. So in the assignment you guys are going to be doing is to show if you understand the structure or not. Okay, so we'll still continue talking about it, but that doesn't mean we can't actually move on to the next thing. Because if not, you might stay a month on this without moving on. Okay.
Because I was going to suggest, before we even move on, they should watch the 2 videos again and do the homework again.
Yeah, they should.
Do you get? And if you could, like,
no,
if
I
you
think
could,
it's okay. It's okay. The market order is something that they need to practice on during market movements. So they can't do it at that 9 a.m. at the 9 p.m. that we usually have class or Sunday that we usually have class. So because it's something that we need to do, we need to talk about now so that the assignment can be done during the week.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just talk about this once again. Or let me just use a complex one. Let me use, like I said, you need to know when to switch. When to switch. Since my system is not moving. Or is it moving there?
No.
No, it's not moving. I see it. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I do something here. Now look at the structure is very clear without confusing. Price was actually selling before, selling, and then here price switched to buy by breaking structure. Okay. The second one here, the second book also further confirmed that we are now buying. Okay. Then here is not. Let me do this. We have a low. We have this to be higher high. We have this to be higher low. Okay. We have this to be higher high. We have this to be higher low. Now, this kind of structure is not confusing because price is creating the right thing at the right moment without violating any of the law. Okay. Like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Now, if you get here, if you get to this high here, price create a low greater than high, and then take out the high, take out that lower by breaking structure. By breaking structure, okay? Now, price went up again to go and take out that high. Now, if you look at what we have here, if you follow what I told you guys about minimum of 2 candle retracements, okay, you will know that if you zoom in here, you have something like this, because it is easier to just draw this way. Okay, if you do your screen this way, you might just draw everything nicely. But when you are trading, that is not the way, because when you are trading, you will see things. You will be in the markets at the moment that you want to trade, and you will see how price is actually creating different things. Now, all these things that happen here can be 2, 3 days. And you want to trade in those days. If you don't understand how to read this, how to read the structure, you might
Sam, you keep cutting up.
okay. All right, so as I was saying, and if you are not actually careful, you might take several losses here before you now know that, okay, all this that is happening is just a pullback, okay? You need to know how to actually read the structure per day, okay? Now, price went up again to take out this old high. Came down to mitigate anything here, and I created another high. Like, if you have to be drawing, let me just start anywhere, let me just start from here. You have to be drawing your structure, you'll be drawing something like this, okay? Price book structure is what we want to sell, but still continue buying. Came down here, create another high, came down here. Can you see? Create another high, came down here, create another high. And if you follow what I said as the 2 retracement candle, you see that we have it here. 2 retracement candle, right? So which means we have a structure here. We have a new high here. You can see that the low here respects that structure without violating it, without taking that low out. Price created a new high, created a new low, created a new high, and it was going like that, like that, like that. Sometimes, some cases like this, that structure will be very clear. Everybody can read this. Okay. Now, but the thing is that what about those days that structure are not clear? That you need to, that is where understanding the 2 retracement candle comes in. Now, let's go into what happened here. If I should, okay, let me just cut out this zone so that we'll be able to see what happened here. Okay. Now, can you see that this whole thing that you see here, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is a whole week. A whole week. So when you are doing structure, it is easier for you to do like this. And then say, okay, we have a new low, so we know we are just selling, and then as a retracement, price took it out. You will think you understand the whole thing. You think you won't. But the thing is that something is happening in here daily, that you will be looking at market at that particular day, that you need to understand the structure. If not, you won't know what to trade at that time, and you will be trading. Okay, so let's go in there and then see how we use those 2 candle retracements. Now you see what is happening here. Let me just use this to draw it. Okay, price created in an high here, came down. This high was not taken out to create a new high. Okay, price took that out. Now, there was not a two candle, it isn't back up here. It is just one. This white candle. So price came down. This is the whole structure. Created these two consecutive candles to go and create another high. Okay, this is the last low. Then price came down to create this low. Then went up again from that place. Because now, by the time price created this low here, price went up, created a new high. Now, if we look at what we have here, we know this was the high that is sustaining the market. That if this high is not taken out, we don't have a break of structure yet. Did you get? At the time where price takes out this particular high, that is when we have a break of structure. And that did not happen until the whole high here. Let me tell you, see where that happened. So that's the reason why when this happened, price came down also again to mitigate something here. Everything here is just a single move. Came down here to mitigate something here and then created a new high. But now, if you are, I think I'm already explaining what you'll be seeing as a trader, as an intraday trader. Now look at what's happening here. On that particular 4 hour, because you are looking at this is one day, all this what do you call it now? This light blue simply means a day. They are a day, okay? This is a particular day. This is another day. This is another day. So which is we have 3 days already here. So if you don't know how to mark your charts using those two candles, you won't know what price is saying there. Now look at it. If you use your 2 candle retracements, you see that you will now see clearly that we have a structure that went up, okay, came down, 2 consecutive candle, went up, 2 consecutive candle, came down, created an high, came down, as though you want to sell, created a new high. So which means this way, if you can use your rules of 2 candle retracement, you will see clearly the inner structure of even a bigger structure. And you'll be able to follow the structure clearly. So I think rules are not so difficult to use. If you put rules to something or you put a system to something, it will make it easier for you to recognize and understand. That is the reason why that rules is given, or that particular rule is given, so that you'll be able to know, to understand structure clearly. Are you guys here?
Yeah.
You can be drawing this higher, lower, higher, and get here and then begin to go higher, higher, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high. Then go again, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. You can change. You know when to change. You know when to switch. When the 2 candles switch, you switch as well. Here now, if I'm drawing this structure like this, I already switch from here. I'm already selling. Until price tell me otherwise, take out a structure here. Came down here. I already switched. Take out this I already switched. I'm already buying because I've seen the 2 candle retracement that validates a structure for me to start buying. That buy might not now be a short buy or a long buy. Market will now determine that's not me. But my rules already tell me when to switch to buy and when to still be selling, if that makes sense. Okay. So let's pick a random area and I'll just ask you guys 1 or 2 questions. Okay, yeah, good. Let's cut out this. All right. Now, if you look at what we have here, price was actually selling before. Okay. From here, another high. Price broke structure down here, went up, put a new low, went up, put a new low, broke structure here. Then this is the last low. Price came down to take out that low. Created structure, break structure, continue in that direction. Now from here now, I want you guys to start showing me where we have the higher high and higher low. Mr. Mike, are you here? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so tell me, I'm talking to Mr. Mike right now. Tell me, okay, it's not even, you don't even need to tell me. Your system, you can use annotation. You see a pen by the left hand side. Click on that pen and then tell me where the next high is. This is an high. This is a low. Okay, just tell me where the next high is. After this low, where is the next high? I'm waiting.
Maybe he's not there.
So I think it was one that answered me just now.
I
Or it
did.
was you.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's at work, so it's possible that something.
oh, okay. Okay. All right, so Chi, you can just tell me.
Hello?
Yeah, we can
Hello?
hear you now.
Sorry, guys. I got some emergency. You guys can continue. I'll have a look inside. But continue. I'll watch the video. Yeah, I got a patient bleeding badly, so I need to go.
Oh,
I will join it when I can join it.
oh, no
Sorry
problem.
for that. Cool.
All right. All right, so Chi, can you tell me?
The next high is
Okay. What did I try?
just next to the arrow where you, after 13, after the date 13. Just
okay.
Go to the right. Keep going. There. The first low left. One more candle to the left. No, to the left. One more to the left.
You can annotate the screen.
Oh, myself. Can I?
Exactly. That was what I was telling Mike to do. Just use your look at the left hand side. You see a pen. Did you connect it with your phone?
No, I'm on my computer. On the left hand side, I see a pen.
Check. There should be something like a pen that says annotate.
Oh yeah, that.
You've seen it, right?
Yeah. I'll see
Okay.
here.
Yeah. Okay, good. Why did you pick that place?
Because is a high. Oh no, is a higher high. I might have chosen this, but I'm not sure.
Okay, after price created this low. Okay, where was the next high that price created?
Oh, I forgot. Here.
The next high that price created high.
That's a high. After. So hold on.
Okay.
The next.
If you follow the rules that says that before an high can form, the previous high will be taken out.
Yeah, which is there.
Okay, when did price took out? This is the previous high, right?
Yeah.
When did price took it out? Exactly, that is it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so then since you have that as the next high, where was the next low? Just point to the next low. Exactly. So where is the next high again? Exactly. Exactly. Let me use my word. Good girl of you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good woman of you.
On the
All
left
right, so
hand side. Where's my annotation? You have to get rid of it.
are you saying something?
Yes, I'm saying I don't know how to get rid of the annotation.
Don't worry, I'll finish myself here. I've done that. Okay, so you are right. So price from this low, price created a new high, came down with the what? This one is even now more than, so this is still candle retracement. Created a new high again, did as though it's broke structure. Okay, but we did not get the second break of structure to confirm that we are actually selling. So price went up and then creates a new high. You know, this is the last high. Let me delete this. This is the last high. If this high is not taken out, we don't have a structure yet, right? We
Yeah.
don't have a new high yet. So price went up. Now, if you use the criteria I gave you, you will know that this is not the next high, because the retracement that came down here is just one single black candle.
Yeah.
Did you get? That
Yeah.
is where
minimum of 2.
exactly, that is where the rules comes in. So price went up. Now we already see minimum of 2 candle here, but we know the whole down that price came was this whole down. All right.
Yeah.
So which means we have a new structure. So then price did what? Went up to create a new high. Okay, we don't know when this high is going to stop until we play it to see where it stopped. Let's see. Exactly. So price created the high, which means the high was here, and then price broke structure. By taking out the low. This low should supposed not to be taken out. Price supposed to respect anything from here to create
took it out,
something
like,
here, but price took it out to create a lower low. So we don't know when the lower low is going to be until price give us a confirmation of retracement. This is not a lower low yet, because price usually only use one candle retracement. Do you get?
Yeah.
So you can't do something like this. You can't do this. Okay, the reason you can't do that is because you only have one candle that retraces back up, not 2 candles. Yeah. So we need to see when price gives us that 2 candle and then form a new low before we can now get a new high and a new low. So let's see when price do that. Okay. So all this here, this is where consolidation now comes in. Exactly. So let's remove the consolidation and then see after the consolidation, where did price now give us the structure we are looking for. Don't worry, I will still give you an exemption. There's an exemption, but not today. Just follow the rules. Now, if you look at what we have here, price created this low, went up with these 2 same color candles, created an high, then came down here to take out that low, went up to create an high, came down to create a new low. Let me zoom it in very clearly. Can you see it clearly?
Yeah.
So rotated candle to form.
Question for you: why is it that this thing?
Go ahead.
Why do you draw this line to here?
Annotate it.
Yeah, why are you going to that?
That's it now. That's where it is. Exactly.
Oh, that's it.
It's just the drawing that make it look like that. So then, which means this one too is the next low here. Price took out this low. So this is the next low. This is the next high, right? This is the next low. We don't know if price is going to give us an high and give us a low until a new low is formed. Okay, a new low is formed. All right. So, which means we have this pullback. This is even more than 2 consecutive candle retracements. We have a new low. We are already seeing 2 retracement candle, which means we can have a low. You get? You've seen the rules already. but we need to see a new low before we can have a structure. Let's see if price is going to give us a low. Exactly. So price gave us a low. So which means we have this low, we have this high, we have this low. Did you understand?
Mhm.
That is how to recognize your structure very well without confusing yourself. There's room for mistake anyway. There's room for mistake, but your mistake will be minimal if you follow the rules, choose the rules of so-called
Rules of
resistance.
retracement.
You said what?
I said rules of retracement.
Exactly. Your mistake will be minimal.
Well, the candles have to be the same color.
Exactly. I'm saying this. I want to look at the year. So, in fact, this structure here is very simple. Okay, very clear. Now, all this here is already giving us H4. Can you see? But price did not sustain it. Price took it out here by taking out this O high. All right. So, we have a new low.
Question for you then. Why is this the next high there rather than here? Why not here?
It is because the last high that pull market back is this high. Before we can say you already have a high, you need to see first the two candle retracement minimum, right? And then price must take that high out before you now say, okay, we have, or either price take that high out or it takes out this low. If
Okay,
this low or the high is not taken out.
Sorry, let's just imagine you haven't got there yet. Let's just imagine we're here trying to draw. And this, yeah, we're here.
So if we are here, we already have,
we're
yeah,
here. Awesome.
yeah, we can say price, yeah, we can say price is already, because the last high is taken out. So
Yes.
what we will say is that we already have a low. We won't say we already have a new high. We don't have a new high yet. We have a new low, but we don't have a new high yet. The last high that is still there is still this high that was taken out now. Until this low, either this low is taken out or price retreats and take out the high. That's when we can now call that a new high. We don't have a new high here. We still have this high. We have this last low. We just have a new low. We are setting a new high to form. The new high can now form either by coming down and take out the high here or coming down here to take out the low here. If look at my annotation here, my drawing here. If price takes out this low this way, that's when we can now say we have a new high here.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah.
So, or if price did not take out this low and then come here and then take out this high, again, this becomes the last high, not this one. This is still the last high. Like exactly what happened here. This is the last high. And this will now be, when price do something like this, we now have this as a last high and this as a last low. This has not stopped yet. Until it stop working, that's when you can now call it the last high. Because you don't know, you never can tell where price wants to break. Price can continue. If you mark, if price do something like that, you now mark this as, okay, we have a new high. What if price continue buying? So where is your new high again? That means the new high is still until price stop. Do you understand?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
The high can go as far as price wants to go. Until it stop, you don't have a new high yet.
Yeah.
Any question? Any other question? Okay. So yeah, please stop the recording. So we'll save this separately as structure.